after Washington and Colorado passed legislation legalizing recreational use.
Here in Alaska, more people are turning to medical marijuana, and for those who live with conditions like chronic pain, they admit it has become a difficult and delicate balancing act between managing their pain and breaking the law. Channel 2's Abby Hancock has more in part one of her series, Inside Medical Marijuana. Abby.
Well, Maria and Mike, in this first part tonight, photojournalist Albert Luton and I take a look at medical marijuana use in Alaska. Why are more people turning to it, and what do the state laws allow?
Works the pain out rather than using pills.
Spend some time with Larry Yingling, and you will quickly get a sense of what it's like to live in pain.
It stays at a steady blunt like 4 to 6 every day. And times like now, some days I just wake up and it's really bad. And it's about a 6, but it can get jacked up to about a 10 quick.
When it comes to what he thinks, his shirt says it all. Larry uses medical marijuana to relieve the lingering pain from a broken neck, fractured spine, and other injuries he received during Army training more than 5 years ago.
If I was still in the Army, I'd be eating Oxycontin right now.
Instead, he prefers what he calls a more holistic treatment, cannabis. And he says it makes a difference in managing his pain.
Compared to a narcotic pain pill, yes.
Getting a medical marijuana card began the same way for Larry as it has for hundreds of Alaskans. He saw an ad in the paper for the Healing Center Medical Clinic.
I was like, that's me, because I always wanted one. And I knew it was right, morally.
The business opened in Anchorage last year and provides patients with a physician's recommendation for medical marijuana, which patients must present to the state for approval. During its first year in Alaska, the state's medical marijuana registry saw a 230% increase. Back in 2009, the Department of Health and Social Services processed 56 medical marijuana applications. In 2011, 273 cards were issued. Compare that to more than 900 cards in 2012, the same year the Healing Center opened its doors. As of January 2013, the state registry is approaching 1,500 people. But before patients like Larry can use cannabis for medicinal purposes, they've got to get it somehow. That's where many say the state's medical marijuana laws get kind of hazy. Under state law, a patient with a card can legally possess 1 ounce of marijuana or grow up to 6 plants. 3 of them can be flowering. Buying and selling marijuana is illegal, so patients must grow it themselves or rely on a cannabis caregiver.
People love suckers and candies. The ice cream. People are like, wow, you have ice cream? What do you do? How do you make ice cream?
Adrienne, who wouldn't tell us her last name, has created a side job delivering homemade pot products to medical marijuana card holders here in Anchorage. After just a few months in business, she's already making at least 70 deliveries a week. Her products are not for sale, as that would be illegal, but she accepts donations.
To their favorite cookie.
She calls it an exchange between other card holders.
What the state is kind of forcing us to do is to work as a community because of the fact that there isn't a dispensary.
Adrienne says she must be shown a valid medical marijuana card and ID. So far, she's only had to turn down a few people who called for the wrong reasons. It's something physicians must consider too when patients ask for a recommendation.
I do think physicians are always alert to what are the risks and benefits, and again, one of those risks is the risk for the potential abuse of the substance.
I'm getting primarily authentic, real people having real issues.
Issues like trigeminal neuralgia is what Shannon Dunham lives with, along with stomach problems. She's also chosen cannabis over prescription drugs.
It's changed my life. I have quality of life.
They're frozen. That's what they look like.
And that is what Larry says he strives for too. He's tired of being in pain. He just wants to feel better.
It's an all-around medicine. It's wonderful.
Now, tomorrow in part 2 of our series, Inside Medical Marijuana, we travel to Washington State for a behind-the-scenes tour of a marijuana grow room. It's owned by a man who is also helping Alaskans obtain medical marijuana cards. That's tomorrow night on the NewsHour. Mike and Maria.
Very interesting. Thanks.